wearing one of my favorite Christmas gifts and looking at Christmas carols with you. Hello, it's Mark Lanier with your video thought for the day. One of my favorite Christmas carols is O Holy Night. It's an amazing carol. I want you to picture this. It's Christmas Eve, 1906. And there's a radio operator. His name was Reginald Fessenden. Now he sits at his microphone and he becomes the first person to ever broadcast the human voice over radio waves. His choice of song? O Holy Night. It's singing and there are playings of violins, and he's doing it to ships at sea. This magical moment was fitting for a carol that has repeatedly made history. It's a song that started as a French poem. It became what some would call the gospel, all rolled into one song. The historical background's fascinating. In 1847, there was a French wine merchant and a poet, he was both, named Placide Cappeau. And he was asked by the way, my French comes from Lubbock, Texas, and so don't call him that. If he were alive today, he would not know who you meant. But he was asked by his parish priest to write a Christmas poem. Now, he's traveling to Paris by coach, and he writes Minuet Chrétiens, or Midnight Christians. Again, excuse the French. The words so moved his friend Adolphe Adam, who was a Jewish composer, that he set those words to music. The song later gets translated into English by John Sullivan Dwight, an American Unitarian minister who was particularly moved by the strong anti-slavery message. Now, I get three things out of this that I want to deliver to you today, and the first main point I've got is the power of night. Think about that opening line, O holy night, the stars are brightly shining. This isn't just poetic imagery. Like that first Christmas night, our darkest times can become holy moments. The prophet Isaiah wrote back in Isaiah 9 verse 2, the people walking in darkness have seen a great light. And this carol should remind all of us that God often does his greatest work in our darkest hours. And that leads me to my second point, the value and worth of every soul. Listen to these powerful words of the songs. Chains shall he break, for the slave is our brother, and in his name all oppression shall cease. When Dwight translated these lines during the American Civil War, they carried a profound meaning. But they echoed Jesus's words from thousands of years before, where Jesus said, he has sent me, God has sent me to proclaim freedom for the prisoners and to set the oppressed free. It's in Luke 4:18. So this carol doesn't just celebrate Christ's birth, it proclaims Christ's mission. Which brings me to my third and final point, and that is the call to fall. The carol commands us, fall on your knees. And this isn't just dramatic language, it's a call to a proper response before divine revelation. Like the Magi who fell down and worshiped, like John who fell as though dead before the risen Christ, we're called to humble ourselves before this holy mystery of incarnation. So where do we apply this? This Christmas, I challenge you to find a quiet moment to really listen to this carol, to notice how it progresses from personal wonder to social justice to global praise, and let it guide you through the same journey. Where do you need to find light in darkness? Where can it help you break chains of oppression? And where do you need to fall on your knees in wonder? Those questions are what caused me to make this your video thought for today.